This is the third video in the Civil Service series, and this video will walk you through the next steps in the hiring and examination processes. If you applied for a job opportunity, this video will cover the hiring process. If you applied for a civil service exam, this video will walk you through the exam steps from application through exam day, and then the open competitive class hiring process. Let's begin with a non-competitive and labor class hiring process. At this point, you have found an employment opportunity on Niagara County website and submitted an online application. The civil service staff has reviewed your application and verified that you did meet the minimum qualifications for the position. If an application does not meet those minimum qualifications or there was any missing information, you will be contacted via email and have the opportunity to further supply information. Civil Service will then forward a list of all qualified candidates with their application materials to the hiring department or municipality. The hiring authority may elect to interview candidates, although they are not required to do so. The hiring authority will hire whichever candidate they feel best meet their needs. Civil Service is not involved in that hiring decision. The hiring authority will then notify Civil Service of their decision, and our records will be updated. Any information submitted by Civil Service will remain on file for future employment opportunities. This screen decides what happens prior to taking a civil service exam. Civil service staff will review your application and verify that you meet all the minimum requirements for the position. Again, if an application does not meet the minimum requirements or there are any missing information, you will be contacted via email and have the opportunity to supply further information. Exam materials, exam grading, etc. is provided by New York State. You must submit a fee to cover those costs. All candidates who are qualified and paid their fee will receive an admission letter approximately 1 week prior to the exam. Be sure to verify the date, time, and location of the exam on that letter. Civil Service does not supply study guides for any exams. You may be able to find materials at either the New York State Civil Service site or at your public library. Alright, on exam day, most if not all exams are held at Niagara County Community College on a Saturday morning. Be sure to check your admission letter for specific details. You must bring your admission letter and proper ID in order to be admitted to the exam, and please leave your cell phones behind. Most exams are given statewide at the same date and time. Most exams last around 3 to 5 hours, although most candidates typically get done in less time than that. If you have signed up for multiple exams on the same day, you can start the second exam as soon as you have completed the first. You may have up to 8 hours to complete all the exams, depending on the time allotted for each individual exam. Once we get the exam results, you will be notified via email. Exam results are used to create an eligibility list for all hiring authorities to use when hiring or promoting employees. Your rank on that list is based on your exam score, plus any veterans or seniority points. All hiring is done off this eligibility list. The competitive hiring process is, once a vacancy occurs, the hiring authority will contact Civil Service and request you contact those candidates that may be reachable for appointment. This is referred to as canvassing the list. If you are canvassed, it is very important that you respond to us. Lack of a response will make you ineligible for that vacancy, and you will not be canvassed again for any vacancies in that department. Once the canvass process is completed, Civil Service will send a list of interested candidates to the hiring authority. By New York State Civil Service law, the hiring authority must select from the top 3 candidates on the list plus ties. This is called the Rule of 3 and is explained in detail in our next video. Once a candidate is hired, his name is removed from the eligible list. In summary, getting hired in the non-competitive or labor class is much the same as the traditional hiring process. You apply, the hiring agency determines who best meets their needs, and you are hired. Getting hired in the competitive class is a little more complicated. You apply for exam, take the exam, receive a score, and get ranked within all those candidates that took the exam. A list of eligible candidates, called an eligibility list, is created. Once a vacancy occurs, candidates that would be reachable on the eligibility list are canvassed to identify people interested in that particular opportunity. The list of interested candidates is then forwarded to the hiring authority. The candidate hired must fall within the state-mandated Rule of 3, which is explained in detail in our next video. Vacancies may occur at any time, and an eligibility list can last for up to 4 years. Thanks. Have a good day.